Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Pindari, and today we will talk about digital arrest scams. What happens in digital arrest scam is that fraudsters impersonate and pose as official authorities and government agencies like the police to extort money from unsuspecting victims. The scam usually involves a video call where the victim is falsely accused of involvement in illegal activities. These accusations are laid out in such a way that they create panic and compel the victims to comply with the demands of the frauds. Usually, the initial contact is made through phone calls and then moves to the various digital communication channels like Skype and WhatsApp. The scammers use intimidating psychological tactics that are meant to instill fear and a sense of urgency in their victims. The scammers in- claim that the victim is implicated in criminal activities and is in legal trouble, like drug trafficking, possession of illegal items, and money laundering. To enhance the legitimacy of their scam, they sometimes use elaborate setups, including police stations and individuals posing as senior police officers. They can also provide fake identification badges and reference numbers. The victims are subjected to multiple rounds of virtual interrogations, with the scammers assuming different roles, like that of a constable, sub inspector, and DCP. This layered approach helps to convince victims of the gravity of the situation and increases their vulnerability. The scammers then escalate their threat, warning of dire consequences such as immediate arrest or public exposure. Under the threat of arrest, victims are coerced into immediately transferring large amounts of money into different accounts while being under constant video surveillance. The scammers claim that these funds are necessary to clear the victim's name and resolve the criminal charges. The fraudsters often source people's phone numbers, addresses, and Aadhaar details from online databases or purchase them from the dark web and from bank employees. The use of information from public data leaks, information that only law enforcement should know, provides more credibility to the things said by the scammers and tricks people into believing them. The shift to online platforms like Skype and WhatsApp also enables frauds to target victims on a much larger scale while maintaining anonymity. In the last few months, there has been a spike in the digital arrest scam. I will discuss a few such cases next. The first victim is from March, in which Rima, a 33-year-old senior executive from an international consumer brand in Gurgaon. On 26 Feb, she got a call from a FedEx customer care representative who informed her that a parcel in her name from Mumbai to Taiwan has been intercepted by the customs. The parcel contained 3 credit cards, passports, a laptop, 5 kg cloth, and 200 grams of MDMA, all in her name. He told her that her Aadhaar number and address. Obviously, Rima was confused and panicked since she hadn't sent any such parcel and tried reasoning with the agent, insisting that there must have been some mistake. But the agent insisted on reporting it to the Mumbai police and connected her to the police. Rima told her ordeal to the police officer, who then warned her of the severity of the identity theft and money laundering, and told her that her Aadhaar has been linked to multiple bank accounts which are in investigation for suspicious activity. They used the name of the NCP politician Nawab Malik, who was arrested in February of 2022 in a money laundering case and drugs, and told her that even though he was under arrest, his 600 agents continued to operate illegal accounts for money laundering and cryptocurrency. They told her that she was now part of an investigation and instructed her to download Skype to take part in the investigation. To make the scene more authentic, the setup was completed with official logos, background chatter, and fake documents were shared through Skype. A fake confidentiality agreement signed by the DCP Cyber Branch and a fake letter from the RBI with names of Crime Branch Commissioner, the Financial Department Head, and RBI Governor were shared with Rima. She was told to read out the confidentiality agreement on screen so that they can record it, and for her safety to find a quiet space and not talk to anyone under the investigation was completed. All this time, the camera on the officer's side was off. Rima was questioned about her bank accounts, daily financial transactions, and investigations. and investments. He asked about the number of bank accounts she had and her use of payment apps. To clear her name, Rima was instructed to transfer close to 1 lakh rupees to her account for verification. She was so scared and confused by this whole situation that she complied with their demands. Thankfully, she was saved by her brother who intervened before she could transfer more money. After her brother informed her of the scam, Rima immediately blocked her bank account and filed a police complaint with the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal. The bank and the cyber cell managed to swiftly freeze the transfer. At the time the news was returned, Rima was going through the formalities to get the money back from into her bank account. The second victim is a 64-year-old academician who was duped of 1.15 crore. The victim is the president and director of a premier management communication institute in Ahmedabad. The academician got the call during his office hours on 20th March 2024 from a FedEx representative. Similar to the case of Rima, the academician was told that a courier in his name containing narcotics is on his way to Taiwan was intercepted by the Mumbai Airport Customs Department. The caller also asked the victim's Aadhaar card information and connected him to a Mumbai cyber cell officer. The fake cyber cell officer did the entire spiel about Nawab Malik being in jail for money laundering, terrorism, and opening over 400 fake bank accounts, and included 3 bank accounts opened in Goa, Mumbai, Hyderabad, all in victim's name. The victim wanted to consult his secretary but was denied, stating the confidentiality of the matter and that his phone might be tapped. The scammers were the scammers also tried to instill more fear in him by telling him a story about a person who lost his son's life for not cooperating with the investigation. The academician was told to connect with them via Skype and to keep the phone charged and on during the night. The next morning, on March 21st, an officer from Mumbai Cyber Crime contacted him and told him that he would be issued a court's warrant and his officer would contact him with the warrant. 1 hour later, the so called warrant was issued in the name and logo of the CBI. The officer told the academician that many transactions were done with his ICICI bank account, which were not reflected in his account and but are visible in the RBI server. He was made to deposit 1.15 crore through RTGS into bank accounts of Punjab National Bank to check every transaction history on the RBI server. He was assured that the amount would be returned in 15 minutes. Since this was a scam, he never received back the money, and when he realized the fraud, he approached the police. The police has said that the bank accounts have been frozen and still had 15 lakh rupees. In a similar fraud, a 74-year-old retired lieutenant colonel identified as Devansh was scammed out of 73 lakhs. This happened on 13th June when Devansh received a call from someone posing as a FedEx executive. The caller told him that a parcel in his name contained illegal items like passport and drugs, that the Delhi police has filed a case against him and that his officers would contact him. Devansh then received a WhatsApp video call from a supposed senior police officer. The officer was dressed in a police uniform and looked like he was in a police station. He informed Devansh that he was under digital surveillance as his Aadhaar information was involved in a money laundering case. Devansh was then put on a digital arrest through Skype and was instructed to transfer money to various bank accounts for investigation mandated by the Supreme Court. As Devansh was scared of arrest, he transferred 73 lakhs to 5 different accounts by June 26th. When his money was not returned as promised, Devansh realized that the deception and reported the incident to the police. The real police managed to freeze 30 lakhs from the fraud accounts, and investigations are being made to track the frauds and recover the remaining amount. In another case from July, Pooja Goyal, a doctor from Noida, lost 59 lakhs after being scammed into digital arrest for 48 hours. She received a call on July 13th from what was supposed to be an official of the Telephone Regulatory Authority of India. He told her that her phone was being used to circulate porn videos. Even though the doctor denied the crime, she was made to join a video call, threatened with serious consequences, and put into digital arrest. After 48 hours of the harrowing experience, Pooja transferred 59 lakhs and 54,000 to a specific account. Later, when she realized the scam, she registered a complaint on July 22nd with the cybercrime cell in Noida. The last victim that we talk about today is Ranjana, a Noida woman who lost nearly 10 lakhs in a 2-day digital arrest scam. Ranjana is a 36-year-old and works as a HR executive in a private company in Gurgaon. She received a call from a DHL courier representative on August 7th who claimed to have found a parcel in her name and her Aadhaar details containing illegal substances like drugs. The call was then transferred to Mumbai crime branch officials who went on to start a Skype call where they threatened Ranjana, put her on surveillance, and prevented her from contacting anyone. On August 8th, she was instructed to transfer her money to another account provided by the scammers. Ranjana, under pressure and fear, did what they asked and transferred the money in two transactions, one of 5 lakhs initially, followed by another of rupees 4.7 lakh, totaling to amount 9.7 lakh. Even after the money was transferred, she was under digital confinement until August 9th. After this, she complained to the Noida Cybercrime Police. The Indian government, for its part, in collaboration with Microsoft, has recently blocked more than 1000 Skype IDs which were associated with such scams. It's also issued warnings and guidelines about these types of scam. In the end, I would like to say never transfer money to anyone claiming to be law enforcement. Official authorities do not ask about sensitive information over the phone. Secondly, if you receive any such calls, always verify the identity of the caller on your own to confirm its legitimacy. Usually, government websites have all the official contact information you might need. If you suspect that you are being targeted by a digital arrest scam, report it to the police immediately or go to the cyber helpline number or through their website. Finally, if you like the video, please consider giving it a like and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.